Picking up where we left off, it was time to make fluffy airwaves. A lot of bicycles and tricycles were out. It was a quick hop, scoot, slap and tickle towards a little bushy strip outside and or in Nigel. We weren't too sure. We were using Google Maps. We skulked merrily along, avoiding the soupy haze and observing trucks caning it down the highways. We had no idea what the day had in store for us. But with Jaco at our side, we could conquer any man or machine. Nigel, bridging the East Rand, it's a small gold mining town. It has a postal code of 1491. There were pigs foraging daintily for the spare scratch that winter has to offer. Ostriches lurking about near the hangar, lying in wait for a would-be bush pilot that might get separated from the herd. And more pigs nibbling at the dirt, reminiscing of the halcyon days of the gold rush. We finally got to meet Carl and Rian, the About2Stall chaps. We walked into a thorough briefing. It was to be a comparison mission. Slow flying, zippy-nippy speed tests, and a short field visitation to some grassy strip. Jaco, bold and ever resolute, welcomed the challenge. So did the safari, as she sat proudly. She was to come up against the kit fox, slim, bladed, and edged out. Rian, the pilot, blessed us with drove horse, supplies to keep the trigger finger steady. He was a fantastically affable fellow. Dirt strip were rolling, we got airborne, first to collect ourselves after a thorough and meticulous briefing.
I'm pretty sure they're going to outdo us with that monster engine of theirs.
Yeah, I think it looks like a helicopter basically on wheels.
Exactly. 4-blade prop, 165 horsepower, I mean that's proper stuff. So yeah, we'll see and we'll go play in some of his little farm strips. And yeah, should be pretty fun.
We also didn't know exactly what we were walking into, and we camped last night, so we barely slept.
Exactly, we had no idea.
So we're going to be safe about it, but
Personal minimums, baby. Personal
bananas. Nigel is very sleepy and
yeah,
it's quaint, but it's hazy, but it looks, oh look, there's a horse. A Nigel horse.
First we did some slow flying, to witness one of us stalling first, and falling safely out of the sky. However, concern grew for Jaco. Last we saw him was at the dirt strip. True to obvious form, we stalled first. Fortunately, our stomachs had been conditioned from the meat that we had eaten off the baby scorpion braai prior. Fair to say, despite the gratuitous fun we were having and worry boiling over for Jaco, the safari, even though it has an incredibly spacious cockpit, was a couple of numbers off here and there.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do a bury transition. Bury transition!
But Jaco had been missing for days now, and we were growing a little bit concerned. Having established quite clearly a victor, his name being Fun, we routed for the long grassy strip. Things became quite serious and science-like when a measuring wheel was busted out. Jaco spoke of this haunted farmhouse before we took off. He said, "Beware the jazz flute reggae fusion." We didn't believe him at first. Jaco finally arrived. The bush baby slid right on him. It was glorious. To his dismay, his warning of the haunted farmhouse came to fruition, but Jaco was a strong man, unfazed by supernatural houses and jazz, a pillar of strength to all warrior taildragger pilots.
Okay, so we've just landed at what looks to be a farm strip in the middle of Nigel, which is like 50 nautical miles, call it 40 nautical miles from Panorama. And as you can see, it's very long grass, so it makes the landings quite interesting. But we're here with the About2Stall guys, and we're going to do some comparisons, takeoff comparisons between the Safari and the Kit Fox, and now for them to really outshine us with the Kit Fox and take off in 10 meters. This thing's going to climb like that, so it's going to see the ground.
Jaco could simply not resist the tantalizing sexy field snack. Jaco was also the only person to bring water, a resource we would all come to eventually battle over. Rion knew how to handle the Kit Fox. Short field seemed to be part of his DNA. The Phantom Jazz began to chip away at our souls, and the problem was only compounded by the lack of water. It taunted us, unyielding in its regard to afford us a theme song to our ventures for the day. The Kit Fox made absolutely no sense to Jaco and Thomas.
Jeepers. So what were you climbing out there? 35? I don't know. 45? Yeah.
Rion's precision was majestic.
You go, proper. Yes, that's an awesome experience, eh?
And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on number 6.
Yep, 60 meters.
So it's not that short.
Yep.
We're still getting there.
I mean, for up here, that's very short. If you had to do this at sea level, you'd be stopping in like 30 meters. 100%.
The Rasta Jazz was relentless. Not even a courteous pause for the debrief filming of Thomas's reaction to the Kit Fox. It was now for the KFA Safari to whirl her propeller and take the fight, the comparison, to the skies. Suddenly, the mellow garish tunes began to blend in with the groove of short field landings. Jaco furiously Instagramming. Despite Thomas not being super well rested, he did a hell of a job handling the Safari. One hell of a job.
I'm really amazed at how that tail just popped up.
Yeah, you can get it up in a standing position.
Like mine, I have to roll a few before she comes up.
I think the tail, because the tail's bigger on this one, and it's got those balancing horns, and yeah.
The house, as expected, was unrelenting in its ghostly tunes. He was beginning to warm up, you could tell, because it caught Jaco's attention quite aggressively.
She climbs like a flipping machine.
We started to get the sense that the Haunted Farmhouse's song was coming to an end. We had just enough time for one more sexy landing.
The first two landings were good, the last one not so good.
Okay.
But you gotta have one bad landing for every...
Oh yeah.
I told Thomas on the way, I said, probably those guys are like, you guys know you've got no cameras, huh? What are you doing?
It was more a discussion of water.
Yeah. Don't you have anything to drink here?
having taken our cue from the jazz fusion conclusion, it was a final flight to capture, or at least attempt to capture, the essence of bush flying, how it can by all measures be conducted safely, and bring us down to levels where our human eyes might dance along the contours of all of South Africa. That freedom even beyond flight and within regulation can be indulged, together as a community, as a people, and as aviators. Even those who have nose wheels are welcome. You might be thinking, yes, I'm encouraged to purchase and start my journey as an aviator. Yes, it might take you months, perhaps even years to do your research. But when we all come blundering to the end of our days, at least you can say you did everything you possibly could to enjoy the days you have left. To be revealed, Thomas and I might just break a record for the KFA Safari.